divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. This is the Black Pill Podcast. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we in the building, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm in here Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody. Happy Saturday to everybody. Where I'm at, let me pull myself up. I wasn't gonna come in, but I was like, damn, let me just come in here and say what's good to the peeps. What up, peeps? I'm in here. I'm a little bit tired per usual. You know, we working now, we hustling. I said, okay, I gotta turn up. I gotta change my life. I want to be a millionaire like these people that we talk about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, say, man, donations in the description box. And also down below if y'all want to donate. Y'all like what I'm doing. Shout out to everybody finding their way to my page, man. You know, I'm just a young ninja trying to make it. I'm a man now. I can't say I'm a young kid, but I'm a young ninja trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to make it. Like I said, man, if y'all support me, support what I do, my music, my podcast, my clips, I appreciate all of that. $1 goes a long way. If you can't donate $1, hit the like button. At least put some comments in the stuff, man. Even if you don't like it, put some comments. Now, I know I turn up if people don't like my page and they come in the comments and start hating, right? I know I turn up. But you got to remember, don't dish it out if you can't take it, okay? That's bars. Anyways, quick show for you guys today. Let me see. We would have did sports Saturdays, but I mean, it's not too much going on that's exciting in sports per se. Past that, today's episode, we're going to do a recap of everything that happened so far in the Diddy trial this last week. Maybe not everything, but really specifically everything with Daphne Joy, who is 50 Cent's baby mother. Shout out to 50. Shout out to Fofty. Shout out to Fofty. Now, first off, everything is, I have to always say the disclaimer because I don't want to get sued because I ain't got no money. And they will sue you even if you ain't got no money and make you pay restitution to the government. Okay? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So I'm going to just let y'all know right now, I ain't got no money. And this is a disclaimer. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes and commentary only. Past that is based off of the validity of everything that we see on social media. Everybody got the same internet. Shout out to the internet. Everybody got the same internet. And, yeah, none of this is real. It's for entertainment purposes only. I'm just talking shit, popping shit. Y'all know what it is. Talking shit, swallowing spit. Big pause. Big pause. It's Pride Month, so I was gonna say happy birthday. Shout out to the alphabet boys and girls, the LGBTQIA+, or whatever you call them. I call them the alphabet boys and girls. Shout out to them. You gotta recognize them. Hey man, first off, I'm not gay. Let me just start right there. So, we're gonna put it on the flow. But I have no beef with them. What was I gonna say too? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, man, we celebrate Black History Month. What are y'all talking about? Yeah. So don't be mad at me. And guess what? When it's not Black History Month, guess what? Shout out to America, the best country in the world. Shout out to America. But the rest of the days or the rest of the year, no, the rest of the months of the year, we celebrate White History Month. Okay? You heard me? You heard me. So y'all better not get mad at me, bro. Now, I'm not going to say white power or anything like that because if I say white power, they will clip that. And in the future, when I get brand deals, it's a done deal. But shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Anyways, besides the point, man, like I said, we got a good show for you guys today, man. Answer the poll in the chat. And the question is Diddy guilty or are the people testifying guilty of greed? Yeah, you heard it here first, Ninja. I got this oil in my beard. If I look a little white, it's because I wash my face. You know, if you're dark, you understand what I'm going through. If you're a colored person, when you wash your face with soap, you get soap scum. That's what they call it on TV, soap scum. So I got the soap scum on my face. I'm out of lotion. I put a little oil in my beard, but I am out of lotion. And I don't really like putting lotion in my face. My skin is weird. My skin is not tailored to the products that they have out there for the people. So when I put lotion on my face, I actually get acne. It's a little bit weird. So yeah, I kind of try not to put lotion on my face, but my face be dry, so I kind of have to deal with the oils and stuff. But yeah, I ain't got no lotion right now. Ninja Ashy, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, shout out to YouTube, shout out to Rumble, we in here, shout out to Twitch. Facebook's in here as well, but Facebook is cooked. They got me locked out. Like I'm there, but I'm not there. I can only make it public afterwards. I think it's something on my end. I'll probably reach out to them people later so I can get back on Facebook. But y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. Answer that poll. Answer that poll. Anyways, let's see what we have on an Adam experience. First things first, we have shout out to Krishan. Krishan celebrates her probation sentence getting terminated early. Shout out to Krishan Rock. Shout out to Krishan Rock. She got her probation ended early. And yeah, people, don't do time, bro. I was just seeing this video about this dude talking about getting gang assaulted, Ninja, by 5 men in prison, Ninja. Crazy shit, people. It was crazy shit. And I was going to bring it on the show, but I'm like, bro, I can't, bro, because it's just too much, bro. Like I said, I'm not that strong. Shout out to them ninjas in jail. Y'all can stay there. I don't want to go, bro. I ain't going. Y'all not going to take me to the penitentiary. I ain't do it. I ain't do it. I ain't do it. Shout out to the squares. Fellas. To my black men especially, because black men have a self-identity problem. And I'm talking about all black men across the diaspora. Maybe not necessarily in Africa. Shout out to the African people. But even then, I digress from that conversation. Yeah, black men in America. Hello, I'm here too. Yeah, we got this self-identity problem where society tries to convince us that we have to be hard and at the same time be soft and at the same time be negative and all this bullshit, bro. I'm here to tell you, bro, don't fit into society's category for you. Create the box that you want to be in. In my mind, there is no box. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt how you will. But let's continue. We got Elon Musk deleting Epstein's posts, and President Trump turning down the heat. First off, let me just go to an Adam experience because I was gonna do this my way. Hold up. Here we go. Y'all don't look at my DMs because it's gonna get awkward. We'll start with. Let me see. Oh my God, I went too far up. What just happened? All right. Y'all remember when Lil Wayne spilled his lean and he was like, oh my God, that was $1,000 spill, okay? My bad. My bad. I had to just say that. I seen that video recently. I was thinking to myself, damn, that's $1,000 spill. All right, so first things first, like I said, we got Elon Musk right here. Elon Musk backtracking and deleting the post claiming that Trump was named in the Epstein files. And for those of you who don't remember, or for those of you who weren't here on the other show, my previous show, we was discussing how Elon and Donald Trump was beefing. Shout out to PDJT, which is the president of the United States, the commander in chief. Now look, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I don't align with none of that stuff because they don't necessarily have my best interests at heart. They want to put money in their pockets. But at the same time, you'll never see me come on here now that I have some form of media training. I taught myself, really. But like I said,
what the hell?
now that I have some form of media training, you'll never see me come on here and insult the commander in chief. Are you ninjas loony or what? So shout out to President DJT. What are we talking about, people? What are we talking about? And answer the poll in the chat. But yeah, Elon Musk backtracked and deleted the post which he claimed that Trump was named in the Epstein files. And yeah, they was turning up on each other. Hold on, let me go to Dahmer's Live News. Shout out to Dahmer's Live. They was turning up on each other like 2 days ago or yesterday. Right here. So I guess they had an issue with the big beautiful bill that Donald Trump planned on coming out with because there's certain stipulations and requirements to the bill that are a bit skeptical when it comes to the American people. Secondly, Elon was mad about Donald Trump not wanting to participate in his electrical vehicle idea. And yeah, I mean, Donald Trump has always came out and said that he doesn't really want electrical vehicles. That's why they had the drill baby drill. For those of you who don't know, right now I'm educating, and this is part of the show, people. Shout out to the people that come here and like the education. Always remember when y'all come to my page, the thumbnail is the main event. Past that, I give you guys some information. We laugh a little bit. You know, we congregate here. Imagine we was at school. Y'all remember high school? I was just thinking about this, bro. I don't really remember high school like that. I was traumatized. But besides the point, yeah, man. You remember back in high school, everybody used to chill early in the morning before school started, or you was on the bus, getting on the bus, everybody popping shit, talking shit. Some people trying to sleep, whatever. We was all congregating together. That's what this is. So we just talking shit, swallowing spit. That sounds crazy. Major pause. But yeah, this is the point of the show. Like I said, I gotta educate you. I gotta educate you people. And with that being said, also, if you guys want to know about our presidential cabinet, you guys can go to one of my earlier streams, episode 270 something, I believe, where I discuss Trump's inner circle, which is our U.S. presidential cabinet and everybody who's part of the U.S. administration. Good episode. Has a lot of information, but like I was saying, so Donald Trump passed a bill saying drill baby drill, which basically was supposed to make us drill more oil or whatever, right? For gas purposes, I believe. So yeah, I don't think Donald Trump ever really aligned with the whole electrical vehicle idea. And even then, when it comes to Elon Musk, I've worked for Elon Musk. Shout out to Elon, but you know, Elon Musk's whole idea is not really about the electrical vehicles, and that's the whole thing. So you know, Elon Musk came out on his platform X and he said, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. And that's the real reason that they haven't been made public. And he said, have a nice day, DJT. He said, mark this post for the future and it will all come out. And then, like somebody said right here, which is what I also said, if you knew this, why did you willingly work with him? I mean, it is what it is. But, I mean, look, it's funny because you see right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it, but he said Donald Trump's in the Epstein files, but here is Elon Musk standing next to Ghislaine Maxwell, who also was Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand woman. In the pimp game, shout out to the ninjas, in the pimp game, we would call her his bottom woman, right? That's his bottom woman. Let's see this footage right here.
Nice. I think Colombia wants to get to the bottom of the problem. They've acted very well and they're acting very nicely. I think Colombia wants.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a fight for power. Everybody wants to be in control. I told you guys. I've said it on my streams multiple times. See, the issue is corporations are now bigger than the government, right? So corporations have more influence than the government because they produce too much money. So the problem becomes the president has this much power and makes this amount of money, but there are corporations who have more power than the president because they can sway opinion. So for example, Elon Musk actually lost, I believe, 150, yes, right here. Tesla stock dropped 14% after Elon clashed with Donald Trump, wiping out $150 billion in market value. Yes.
You need to leave.
Yes, people. And the reason why is, like I said, corporations have too much power. So they can sway the opinion of people if they're in agreement with you. But even then, if they're not in agreement with you, they can lose a lot of power as well. So Elon just lost $150 billion to be precise. But I don't know whether or not he cares. And like I said, shares of Elon Musk electric vehicle maker fell sharply Thursday as investors feared his dispute with President Donald Trump would hurt the company. And it's because his investors are supporters of Trump. And that's where I'm saying it's a whole political game that's being played on a scale that me and you may not ever get to. But always make sure to pay attention because you never know. Anyways, let's switch the subject. We got broke women are looking for pay pigs. What is a pay pig?
But what the hell, boy?
Let me see. What's this about?
So all the girlies are on pay pig too.
Oh, shout out to Anton Daniels. If y'all know who he is, shout out to him. I don't know too much about him, but I've seen his page. He talks about good stuff. He talks about politics and things like that. You guys can check him out. Here we go.
TikTok now, and I'm living for it. I used to have a couple pay pigs back in my day, and that was probably one of the more financially stable times of my entire life, because if you don't know what a pay pig is, they will literally send you money. They're men, older men that will
fellas, and this why my bad. Yeah, man, this is how women look at us. Shout out to the ladies. We're pay pigs now. Do I personally care? I don't know. I've gotten to a point now where I don't care if a woman respects me or not, because at the end of the day, the world got to keep spinning, bro. Here we go.
literally send you money just for the fuck of it, just because they get off on sending money to pretty girls. And
gentlemen, this is why the dating game is cooked. That's why we're cooked. Cause it's ninjas out here. This is what you're, look, gentlemen, this is what you're competing with. You're competing with dudes that have money to blow, that are sending money just because they get off on, based off of what she said. I don't know whether or not this is true. This is for entertainment purposes only. But she says, based off of this notion, there are men who get off on the idea of being financially dominated by a woman. Crazy times that we live in. So that's why the dating game is cooked now, because that's what you're going against. That's what you're going against. Good luck. Good luck. I'm going to bow out gracefully, but that's just me. I'll still pay though. Shout out to the ladies. If you want to get paid, hit my line. If you want to get paid, hit my line. But yeah, I'm bowing out gracefully. Let's continue.
If you have pretty feet, a pretty face, literally, they will pay your bills and expect nothing in return. Literally, they won't ask.
You what?
You need to leave.
We're cooked. We are cooked. We are cooked.
For any or anything like that. They will literally just take your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal, Apple Pay, whatever you're comfortable with.
Shout out to this comment right here. It says tomorrow they will say that they are being manipulated by older men. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Like I said, gentlemen, I realize now you got to stick to your guns. And your guns is these Benjamins, okay? To the paper. Stick to the paper. Here we go.
And if you post it and they are a real pay pig, they will send you money just for you to humiliate them. Some of them don't even want you to speak to them. They will just take your Cash App and send you money. And
this, like I said, when it comes to the whole dating experience or whatever the case may have you, that's why I say I blame the ninjas, because these ninjas act like these panties be in the wall, bro. Shout out to the men that ruined the dating game. They fucked the game up, bro. They fucked the game up. So imagine when a woman experiences a man like that, like when a woman experiences something, and I'm not, first off, I don't speak for all men, I don't speak for all women, and I'm not a dating coach, but I'm just saying based off of my own form of logic, when a woman experiences a man like that, it's hard for her. Like when a woman experiences something new with a man, she's not going to go back to the old. The best way to break it down is, if a woman's riding the bus and you have a car and she gets with you and now you take her everywhere, every guy after that must have a car or else it doesn't make sense. Do you see how I'm dropping gems? I'm dropping gems. I'm dropping gems. So look, even with the Cassie situation, because somebody put in the comments right there, if you go look, it says, oh, but Cassie was a victim. And I'm just like, we see the victims here. But follow me for a second. That's why Cassie came out in the court And when she was like, her friend, that's why her friend asked her to go get with somebody else. And she turned around and said, oh, Jay-Z's another billionaire. He's taken already. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Because they can't go backwards. Women can only go forwards. Women can only go forward. So it's hard for a woman to sit there and settle. And that's why when she settles, that's why she be sitting there looking at you like,
but what the hell, boy?
with the stank attitude and shit, because she's seen shit like this. And after seeing shit like this, you can't unsee that. So yeah, bro. Yeah, like I said, it's tough, bro. I'm gonna just bow gracefully. Yeah, I'm bowing out gracefully. I'm gonna stack this paper though. I'm stacking this paper though. I'm finna enjoy my life. Fuck it. Fuck it. Here we go.
Because they get off on that. So this is my formal
And you ninjas is weirdos, bro. I could never understand that shit, but hey, it is what it is. Here we go.
application to get back onto PayPig Talk because I missed you. I missed you so bad. And I just got a fresh pedicure done, so if you know, you know.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to see your feet, bro. I mean, what? I don't know. I like to see your feet in person, but a pic is like, bro. I don't know. Shout out to the ladies though.
Hello.
Let's continue, man. We got Law and Order with Black Adam. Coley Blues the News, if you guys remember that. Shout out to the people who've been rocking with me since day one. We used to do Coley Blues with the News. This is Coley Blues with the News. Here's the segment. Let's get it. All right, so we have the Oakland police recovering multiple weapons at a graduation ceremony because there was a possible mass shooting being foiled at the graduation. These ninjas out here. Now, I'm shocked, right? The reason why I'm shocked is because it's not the first time. Let me move this over so you guys can see it. It's not the first time, but it's actually niggas.
My nigga.
I can't believe it. I'm shocked because normally, no disrespect, you know, white people, y'all gotta come get this heat, bro. But what are they called? Brown people. Shout out to the brown people. Y'all know what it is. I ain't gonna say y'all names, but shout out to the brown people. Y'all gotta get this work too, because that's the whole idea, right? Yeah, so I'm shocked that this is actually ninjas that was gonna plan a mass shooting. I'm confused, and that's why I say mental health is at an all-time low when it comes to America, because I don't know what's going on with these ninjas these days, but y'all ninjas need to chill, bro. I'm sorry, my personal opinion, and YouTube, Facebook, please don't ban me when I say this, but my personal opinion, bro, is like, if you trying to do that to people, bro, just take yourself out the game, bro. I'm gonna say it, bro, because that's wild, bro. I'm to try to cause harm to multiple people for no reason that don't even know you like that, or maybe they do. Like I said, bro, you tripping, bro. But Oakland police recover multiple weapons at a graduation ceremony. One suspect, 19-year-old Davion Shamar James Whaley, has been arrested while authorities continue to search for 20-year-old Jamarion. Yo, black people, we need to do better, bro. Come on, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
Ninja, I know how to read, my ninja. I can't pronounce this name. Jamarion Jeriante Hardiman in connection with the potential mass shooting plot. What are your thoughts? Let me see. Guns recovered, one suspect in custody, another at large.
The individual that we're looking for is currently on probation, is up on the screen now. Anyone that sees this individual, we urge them to call 911 and let us know where this person is. Do not attempt to apprehend or approach.
Yeah, because that ninja will off you, bro.
Call 911.
Crazy, bro.
We talk about criminal justice reform, and I'm really good with criminal justice reform when we're talking about nonviolent offenders. But we have individuals that carry and use guns.
And also, and when y'all say y'all don't like the police, shout out to the pigs. I'm just playing. Shout out to the police officers. When y'all say y'all don't like police, I'm here to tell you ninjas are loony. That's why police is needed. And I understand the whole idea of police being the slave catchers and all that from back in the day. Don't get me wrong. I know the history. But when it comes to shit like this, they are a necessary evil. We have to have them there, even though a lot of them may be corrupted and all that. Everybody's corrupted. Everybody's had their hand in the cookie jar. At the end of the day, we're all humans. So they are a necessary evil. So that way, evil like this is thwarted. And if you don't know what thwarted means, you should go read a book. Let's continue.
Illegally, I believe they need to be seriously charged, prosecuted, and held accountable.
Yes, sir.
Because a very small number of people do a large number of violent crimes.
Yes, sir.
And so we can divert people that are nonviolent out of the system, but when we catch people that are violent, they need to be held accountable.
And the reason why,
Time and time-
for those of you guys who don't understand, the reason why is because it needs to be a message that's sent. Now, of course, they'll probably be a little extreme because, you know, they're ninjas. We already know what it is. But besides the point, like I said, yeah, mass casualty events, I ain't rocking with it. None of that. I'm telling you, it's ninjas out there that go to my gym that I think they will potentially try and do some crazy-ish out here in these streets, and I'm always mindful and I'm always looking at the exits and I'm prepared to make my escape because them ninjas is loony. Shout out to everybody that go to my LA Fitness. Some of y'all's crazy though. From what I heard. Word on the street, y'all ninjas is loonies. Only reason why I know is just because people have told me. When I be chilling and shit and just talking, I be picking people's brains. They done told me some of you ninjas are crazy. That's why I stopped playing ball with y'all. Let's continue.
Again, I've stood at this podium and talked about people that had shown themselves to be violent and they were back on the street and committed violence, including individuals that murdered our deputy last June. We talk about criminal justice reform, and I'm...
All right, let's continue, man. Crazy stuff, man. Law and Order with Black Adam. Let's get it. We have a wife of the Ghost Adventures... The wife of Ghost Adventures TV star sentenced to 3 to 7.5 years in prison for conspiring to kill her husband with inmate she fell in love with from prison calls Ninja. She was finna do this ninja in April, and my whole thing, first off, 3 to 7.5 years. Excuse me.
What the hell, boy?
That girl need to go do 20, bro. She need to go do 20, bro. She was about to end somebody's life, bro, for another ninja. And that's why, gentlemen, I tell y'all, be careful out here in these streets, because you never know. Never know. Shout out to my cousin. He made that song. You never know. You never know. Okay. In April, prosecutors agreed to drop the solicitation charge in exchange for her pleading guilty to a charge of conspiracy to commit. I don't want to say it, but y'all know, bleep. Authorities unraveled the bleep for hire plot when the inmate's cell phone was seized as contraband. The inmate was identified as Grant Amato, who is serving a life sentence for the offing of his parents and his brother, Ninja. There's something that always needs to be said about women and their attraction to dangerous men. Let's continue. Amato killed his family after an argument over his... Oh, man, I accidentally said it. Off this family, my bad, YouTube. After an argument over his obsession with a webcam model, which had caused turmoil in the family for months. Aaron was filming Ghost Adventures in California when the plot was meant to unfold in October 2024. Prosecutors cited messages from Amato to a hitman saying, "He's asleep right now in the hotel room. I need to know what's going on. Can I get an update? Was it done?" And that's why, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, that's why I be to myself, bro. That's why, bro. That's why I be to myself, bro. One message from Victoria to Amato said, "Am I a bad person because I choose to end his existence, not divorce?" I'm telling y'all, bro. That's why I keep the distance. Because all you had to do was divorce him or just stop talking to him or say, "I found somebody else," and it would have been fine. Now you trying to off the ninja. Let me see. Hold on. At her sentencing, Victoria apologized to Aaron, saying she'll always hold love for him and promise he would never be in danger of her again.
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah, man, crazy people out here in these streets, and they just wonder why I'm on 10. That's why I'm on 10. I'm looking at you ninjas like this. Imagine I had a trench coat on with that hat, the detective hat, and then you hear the music, da-dum, 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 dum-dum, and I'm like this, da-dum, 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 and I'm minding my business because I don't trust none of you people out here in these streets. Let's continue. In some other news, we have a judge approving the $2.8 billion NCAA settlement. We talked about this a couple streams ago on Sports Saturdays, and basically they were trying to decide whether or not they're going to do back pay for certain athletes and start paying athletes $1 million. So, shout out to the athletes of today's generation. You guys are so lucky you don't even know it. You guys are so lucky you don't even know it. But Like I said, a judge approved a $2.8 billion NCAA settlement for current student athletes and past student athletes. So the sweeping terms of the so-called House settlement includes approval for each school to share up to $20.5 million with athletes over the next year and $2.7 billion that will be paid over the next decade to thousands of former players who were barred from that revenue for years. Syracuse University has said it intends to distribute the full $20.5 million spending cap on its athletes, though it has declined to say how much money will be distributed across football, men's and women's basketball, and other sports. Naturally, whatever gets the most views or the most attention, they're going to put the most to. So it's between football and basketball for the men. Ladies are going to get some too. But like I said, shout out to the sports athletes, man. Y'all living in a great time, bro. Y'all going into college as millionaires, bro. Like I said, it's just going to create a whole new hierarchy that already existed in college, but it's going to increase by 10. What is this? In other news, we have Skilla Baby. Shout out to Skilla Baby. We have his shooting suspect was arrested in Detroit with the gun seized. Okay, and there you go. They got that ninja. Hey, man, shout out to the police.
But what the hell,
They got that ninja. Let me see. Is there anything else? Is there anything else I wanted to address? All right, man, let's get to the main event. I got things I have to do. Like I said, short episode today. In 4, 3, 2, 2. Answer the poll in the chat. Let's go. All right, man. Main event time. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like button. Answer the poll in the chat. Is Diddy guilty, or are the people testifying guilty agreed? Let me pull some stuff up. Boom. Let's get it. We'll do a quick recap, and then after that, we're gonna get up on out of here. Let me see. Interact. So we have Jane Doe, who 50 Cent believes is his baby mama, his ex-baby mama, testifying on Friday. What's today? Saturday? Okay, so supposedly, based off of what was told in the testimony, the Jane, who's the Doe, Jane, testified that Diddy is currently paying her rent and details a love contract, in quotations, that the two agreed upon. So imagine, gentlemen, she testified and Diddy is still paying her rent, for those of you who didn't understand what I said. So after break, Jane testified Diddy is currently paying her rent. Jane says she and Diddy signed a love contract in 2023 in which they agreed he'd give her $10,000 monthly allowance for 2 years. She said they agreed on a 2-year contract to match the amount of time they had already spent in the relationship. Jane testified she didn't have enough money to furnish her new home, so she opened 3 credit cards and went into debt to buy furniture.
But what the hell, boy?
At $10,000 a month, and gentlemen, this is why I tell you, you can't please these women. Shout out to the ladies. You cannot please them, bro. At 10 bands a month, she did not have enough money to furnish her new home. At 10 bands a month. 10 bands a month. Mind you, 10 bands a month, she can go get a job still. Crazy, bro. Jane testified Diddy threatened to stop supporting her financially days after the All-Star Hotel night cancellation. He said he texted her and told her to move on, and she expressed frustrations with how he treated her when she had to cancel their plans. Jane testified he had told her she had a rude awakening coming if she didn't stop fighting with him. And I think we have proof of that. I'm gonna pull that up right now. Let me go to hold on. I think it's DJ AK. 1 second. Let me see. 1 second, y'all. All right, we're gonna go to academics. Hold on. Shout out to DJ AK. We have proof of that right here.
Hey,
so this
I really don't know what's going.
This is the leaked message between Diddy and 50 Cent baby mama Daphne Joy after she ignored Diddy, and that's when he checked her. Here we go.
On with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know. You think you silent treating me and you think I'm gonna be, nah, you'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you, and I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games with my life.
Boy, pimping ain't easy, boy. That boy was pimping. I told y'all you was pimping. Here we go.
If it's that right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you can be mad. I can have a spat. We can have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really that's all it is.
Oh, get on your job,
you got
baby.
Me on my job. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Get on your job, baby. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice.
No choice. Hey, man, Diddy was pimping, bro. Even though he was a little bit, he was tripping. I ain't gonna lie, he was tripping. Based off of them freak offs, that ninja was tripping. But hey, Diddy was a pimp, bro. Gangster. He's like the old school gangsters, minus the, what did Biggie say? F him in the butt and throw him over the bridge. Yeah, minus all that. That ninja was thugging out here in these streets. Anyways, let me get back to what I was showing you guys. Let's see, where we at? Boom. So yeah, like I was saying before I was interrupted by Diddley himself. Let me see. Hold up. Jane testified. He told her she had a rude awakening coming if she didn't stop fighting with him, and that was what you heard right there. She said she understood a rude awakening. She said she understood a rude awakening to me and cutting her off financially in text messages. He told her, you better get on your job. That's all it is. Jane says she understood her job was taking care of and making sure he was happy, which included sexual encounters. The court is adjourned for the day, and Jane will continue testifying on Monday. Let's go to TikTok and see what else is happening. Let me see. 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. Let me go to TikTok, and they'll give us a better update. Let me see. TikTok. Where we at? 1 second, y'all. My peasy. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see. What is this? It says Jay-Z arrested by NYPD for Kathy White. TMZ released Jane Doe. So yeah, this is BS, bro. We just leave the Jay-Z stuff alone because these people just be making stuff up, and I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. All right, Diddy trial updates. Here we go. Here we go.
On the stand now is a woman who goes by the name of Jane. She's using that to protect her identity. She tells the court that early on she was hesitant about dating Combs because she knew someone that knew him, or she dated someone, I should say, that knew Combs, and
she dated someone that knew Combs. Oh, she must be talking about 50. Shout out to 50 Cent. Let me let's bring up some Diddy and 50 footage, and now we understand why 50 doesn't like Diddy. 50 Cent. Let's see. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's what what's your and Jay's issue?
It's just competitive stuff.
It's really just competitive.
This is what I'm saying. When it gets past actual art, like actual music, and you're trying to block something that's in business, then it feels weird. It feels like we should be having beef.
Oh,
okay.
So that's the behind the scenes thing that we don't see. It's one thing when there's like people talking about each other in music, but there's behind the scenes business deals that a guy is getting involved with on the side, and it's not like you're gonna go public and be like, they tried to stop my vitamin water.
Or this deal, and you go, he said that to you, like.
Okay. Wow.
I get that. Like they'll speak to your temperament, like say, you know, if 50's a little crazy, he'll say anything. You see what saying anything did to Kanye.
So they're trying. He's basically trying to scare people out of doing deals with you. Interesting. And then M shut it down, and he was like, "Yo, it's got to happen."
If he's not coming, I'm not coming. And then it changes the whole thing because he really is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they can say what they want.
Yeah. No.
But when we go to the stats, the actual
numbers don't
they know
lie.
the numbers.
Yeah, he's the
and
biggest one.
Before the days of the bots and all that shit.
Yeah. There's a, you know, M obviously speaks with you with high praise, but there's a
M is Eminem, people.
There's a few videos that I see, and everybody talks about how funny you are. They talk about, obviously, the album's all the success. But, like, Eminem specifically talks about your rapping skill a lot.
Yeah.
Does that mean a lot? I'm like...
It does. Like, you know, look, he never left that part of the creativity. Like he would go back when you don't see him. He's back. He's in his regimen of the studio.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, he kind of. They can't. You can be as good as him, but you can't really beat him at that. Because you have to put all your energy there,
and you're just not going to do it. Once these guys get famous, they leave the studio.
And they go. And the thing that makes him feel good is yo, you heard what I did last night, and it gives him.
All right, we need to hear you talk about Diddy. Hold on. Let me see. Here we go.
It doesn't feel like all these years you've been the only one calling this out.
No, I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You do this, and
hold on, let me see. 50 Cent. We'll do the Breakfast Club. Shout out to my white brother right there. I forget his name. I don't watch his show, but I know y'all be watching the show. Here we go.
We segueing into the Drink Champs interview when you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody. They made
now. This is gonna be funny, people. Here we go.
Compilation video of you because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star and on the gram.
Check this out. When they started playing the game, the pause game, I would definitely.
That came from Harlem too. By the way.
It came from Harlem. I definitely would say the crowd would be like, what did he just say that?
But what the hell, boy?
Oh, man. That ninja said, here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro. Oh, no, we know. Yeah. Hey, bro, we know now. This niggas do not play no games, bro. Here we go.
But, yeah.
Did you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, I love it all. I love it all, man.
Bro.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, when you put my bag
Daddy, I like when
right
you scrambling and scraping for shit.
But what the hell?
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
And that ninja had no clue he said that, bro. He was like, what is that about?
Hey, man.
He's like, I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey. Nah. I mean,
you don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
Yeah, you be on it, bro. Hey, bro, I'm here to tell you that ninja be on it, bro. He be on it like that, bro. He be on it like that, bro. Here we go.
I'm sure we can put Charlamagne's compilation against Diddy's compilation.
We have a bunch. We have.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't do it because I know I'm bad at the game. Right. I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth that's just not maybe adding up to with somebody who's homophobic, but I'm not homophobic and I really don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know now, bro.
But I'm bad at the game and it's probably hilarious. I would love to see it. I would love to see the video compilation.
It's hilarious.
50 came up here and he was giving you flack for the asking Fab.
All right, so here we go.
The party. So he'll ask you. Oh, he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
But what the hell, boy?
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed.
And now it makes sense, if it's Daphne Joy, like I said, for entertainment purposes only. Now we understand why he wanted to take him shopping, because he felt bad because he was messing with his BM, bro. That's the cold hard truth.
What? I'm a nice guy. Oh.
Why y'all got?
Hey, yo, I don't.
But me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why did you?
My ninja said, I thought he needed some clothes. Anytime you need a laugh, bro, come to the Black Pill, bro, please. Anytime you need a laugh, bro, just come look at any of the Diddy videos, bro. Come over here. Come congregate over here. Here we go.
Hey yo,
why y'all not?
Hey yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have a
see
beef?
it. I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't
Y'all
see
can't
it,
see
man.
that he loves me.
But see,
You really hold on. You really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time.
I mean, you're messing with his baby mother. What do y'all think, bro? I don't know. Y'all ninjas too comfortable wanting to be sharing ninjas' baby mamas with other ninjas. I could never, bro. I could never. She's yours and never speak to me again. That's it.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why not? Y'all both passionate. Y'all both.
I don't know. Yo, check this out. I don't know.
Like
I don't.
both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay.
We are not the same.
But I mean,
we are
as
not
far as
cut
the way
from the
you
same
guys
cloth.
work and work hard.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I respect that. I don't never hit him with no, nothing. I don't even think of no other man. Besides, if I'm thinking about another man, I'm thinking about uplifting.
But what the hell, boy?
The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Let's see.
Not thinking about all that. All them gnats, they can't really touch me. Y'all, at the end of the day, y'all see and y'all know what it is. Mm-hmm. The track record. Y'all know the business acumen. Y'all know the community service. Y'all know what I'm about. And when he does that, it's like funny to me. I don't really take it personal. I know he has a different sense of humor, and he's just not in my life. We don't have to never cross paths, and I will never say nothing negative about him, because that's just not me.
It feels like something must have happened though, like that we just don't know about behind the scenes.
He loves me.
Nah, and now we seeing all this, bro. All this shit coming out is like, oh, okay. Now it's all making sense, and that's why 50 ain't want to say nothing. So shout out to 50 for keeping it player. He was just keeping it player. Like, yeah, he was trolling, but he was really keeping it player, and that's how it's supposed to go in this game. Here we go.
That maybe a situation, a deal went bad.
Nah,
I don't know what it is.
Sometimes people that feel like they don't like you and they act like that, they really love you.
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah, what this ninja talking about? Anyways, back to what I was saying. Let me go to Diddy and 50 Cent. Let's go to the trial. Let's go to the trial recap. Hold on. Diddy trial update. Here we go. Back to that video. There we go.
Court just wrapped up on.
I did not click you, baby. Big eyes.
On the stand now is a woman who goes by the name of Jane. She's using that to protect her identity. She tells the court that early on she was hesitant about dating Combs because she knew someone that knew him, or she dated someone, I should say, that knew Combs, and she said that her child's father is someone that does not get along with Combs. So her testimony sounded very similar to Cassie Ventura's testimony. She starts off being in this loving relationship with Combs around 2021, she says, till about 2024. But things started to turn, according to her, when Combs suggested bringing other people into their sex life. She said that the only reason she was in agreement with it when Combs brought up the idea of bringing in an escort is because she wanted to make him happy. And we heard that same idea.
I don't even know what to press. I don't even know what to press, bro. Y'all really think? I mean, I don't know. I ain't finna say nothing before they cancel me. Here we go, bro.
From Cassie Ventura. So her testimony's just getting started. We expect to hear more details.
All right, let's see Big Eyes.
Court just wrapped up on week 4 of the Diddy trial, and the jury saw a freak-off video for the first time today. This was when an anonymous Jane Doe who dated Diddy from 2020.
They showed him a freak-off video. Oh, shit.
Court just wrapped up on week 4 of the Diddy trial, and the jury saw a freak-off video for the first time today.
Oh, shit.
This was when an anonymous Jane Doe who dated Diddy from 2021 to 2024 took the stand to testify about the experiences. She said she had sex with several men while Diddy watched and recorded it. At one point, the jury saw footage of Diddy refusing to let a male escort use a condom with Jane. She claimed she...
And y'all mean to tell me, because, corn is a real thing, right? Corn is a real thing. So y'all mean to tell me, y'all really think these people, like, Did he put a gun to their head? And like, let's say it was like 4 ninjas. So nobody, I don't know, bro. I can't make sense of this. Here we go.
She didn't want to engage in the freak-offs, but felt it was what was expected of her, and eventually would arrange them herself as a surprise for Diddy, who she said.
Are y'all hearing this, bro?
But what the hell, boy?
100 women versus accountability. Let's get it. That's crazy. So she was trying to make her man happy, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Said she was deeply in love with. He was also paying her rent. Jane claimed she was disgusted by the escorts at times and said they smelled, and one freak-off took 3.5 days. Jane was.
What do I even press? Which sound? Bro, what do I say to that, bro? Like, I mean, like, I don't know.
Was soft-spoken and got emotional at times while Diddy looked on and scribbled in his notebook. Court will be back in session on Monday. Make sure to listen to the trial.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Let me see what else we got. Here we go.
So I got to see Brianna on the stand, and while there were members of the press there were also members of the public, and a lot of them seemed to be pro-Diddy supporters. You could.
Now, first off, let's stop. It's not that we're pro-Diddy supporters. I'm not a pro-Diddy supporter. I don't support this lifestyle, voyeurism and all that orgy stuff. It's not my cup of tea. Now, threesomes, I don't know. I've never had a threesome personally, so I don't know. Would I like to have it with 2 girls? I plead the fifth, okay? I plead the fifth. But I'll tell you this much. The problem is, it was going on for years and nobody said anything. Why did nobody say anything? Now, minus the whole domestic violence, right? When it comes to the freak off stuff, if y'all did not want to participate and there wasn't a gun to your head, why did you participate? And that's where we say you guys wanted to be greedy. You wanted to get access to what he had, so you participated even if you didn't want to. And then, you know, it's tough because coercion's tough because it's like, bro, we're coerced by our jobs. For example, a lot of people go to jobs that they don't want to go to make money so they can pay their bills. So this is the same thing, but it's like, okay, if you were doing this as your job and then he was recording it, in my head, and I don't know why the defense hasn't said this yet, you were acting as a corn star, right? Technically, minus the paraphernalia. Paraphernalia is drugs, people. Minus the paraphernalia, minus the flying, because, you know, when they say trafficking, they were flying just to different places because he had money and doing stuff in different places at his different spots. Was that really what was going on? Or, like I said, you know, you were being a corn star, like you were getting paid to perform acts like that. You were basically a corn star. You just weren't really a corn star because you didn't take the title of corn star. It didn't say that in the NDA or contract, but that's how it sounds. Now, like I said, we see all victims here on the Black Pill. Shout out to the victims. But like I said, it's just weird, bro. Here we go, bro.
Here's what happened on day 18 of the Diddy trial. Victim Jane resumed her
and tell us what y'all think in the comments. Here we go, before we get up on out of here.
Testimony, and she brought receipts. The jury saw and heard a video of her during the freak-offs asking other men to wear a condom, but Diddy said no. The videos are important because you hear Diddy's own voice. It's not just the victims saying they were coerced. Diddy recorded the videos on his cell phone for his own sexual pleasure and to maintain control over the participants. But now they're being used as evidence against him. Jane cried during the freak-offs and on the witness stand. Jane also had text messages where she said to Diddy that she did not want to participate in the hotel nights or have sex with other men. This is important because the defense cross-examined Cassie on emails and text messages in which she said she loved the freak-offs. Jane didn't have those same messages, and she also wrote notes in her iPhone about how she was being used by Diddy.
Okay, boom. So, all right, we get it. So you're a victim. So my whole thing is, based off all this, okay, we get you didn't want to participate. Why didn't you go to the police? Secondly, this gentleman just said that you were taking notes of how you were being used. Does that not seem as if you were trying to build a case on this ninja so you could come up off some money? Cause, and gentlemen, just so you know, now you know, yeah, women take notes on you guys. I don't know if you didn't know that, but women take notes on you guys if they're engaging and stuff with you. So always remember that. Be careful what you do. And that's why I tell you guys, be careful what you do today, because you don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. Life is long. And like I say, you don't want to end up in a pen. And that's why I err on the side of caution. But yeah, bro, let's run that back a little bit.
Emails and text messages in which she said she loved the freak-offs. Jane didn't have those same messages, and she also wrote notes in her iPhone about how she was being used by Diddy.
Set up,
he
bro.
threatened to stop paying Jane's rent if she didn't participate, and she got UTIs and yeast infections because of the hotel nights.
And this is another thing too. So, you know, they say he threatened to stop paying her rent if she didn't participate. Why didn't she pay her own rent? I'm just gonna say it, bro. Why didn't she pay her own rent? Like, what? She'll say she didn't have the money, but you could have got a job. I'm pretty sure she didn't have a job, or maybe she did have a job. I don't know. I think Diddy was a job, but that's wild, people. At the end of the day, this is just for commentary purposes only, entertainment purposes only. This is not necessarily how I feel. I am pushing a character and a caricature of a person on this internet. So I don't necessarily have these sentiments. I'm just begging the question, if you will. Let's continue.
Like Cassie, Diddy controlled the way Jane looked, and he told her to get her nipples pierced and demanded that she put them back in when she took them out. Jane also said Diddy watched her have sex with 3 men on the same night on her birthday. That's the first
Crazy shit, people. Crazy shit.
time we've heard about multiple men in the freak-off. Jane said Diddy's employees would bring drugs and cash into the hotel rooms during the freak-offs. That makes them co-conspirators in the sex trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution.
Jane guess what? Guess what? They're probably not gonna. Maybe they'll do time. I don't think they're gonna do time. They're gonna all pin it on Diddy. But at the same time, what about the people taking the money? Them people wanted the money, bro. They wanted the money and all that stuff. And yep, that's why I got to be careful out here in these streets. Let's continue.
That she entered into a 2-year love contract with Diddy. She was paid $10,000 a month, which she used on rent. Jane said Diddy is...
How the rent costs 10 bands? I guess because it's New York. You know, I'm trying to make sense of it. I guess she got a nice apartment for 10 bands a month in New York. That's crazy, bro.
Still paying her rent, and he paid for her veneers. The defense will likely argue that Jane was essentially a prostitute and that she wasn't forced to do the freak-offs. If the defense loses on prostitution but wins on sex trafficking, that's a big win for Diddy. Here's what happened.
What was I gonna say? Damn, it slipped my mind. I was gonna say something important. Oh yeah, so yeah, gentlemen, I've said this before. Like, you see, I say women run the world. Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
Shout out to the lady. This is why women run the world, and I've said this to my people, my inner circle and shit like that. That's why I tell gentlemen, be careful. Y'all gotta realize, as men, shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. I know it's your month, but I'm talking about like cisgender people, and in the future, it's gonna be the same thing with the you know, with the gay community and the LGBTQ community. So watch this. So as men, like the men who are in control or the men who have power in society, I've said this, I've coined this terms or this whole phrase or whatever. Men are in shackles, right? Men are in chains. Men are enslaved to the women that they deal with. That's where we're at now, right? And the reason why is because women can turn around and participate in things with men and then afterwards be like, hey, I didn't want to do that. So they can remove consent after the fact. So they might consent going on, maybe not consent, right? But regardless, they can remove consent or say, I didn't want this, and you're cooked. And that's why I say the reason why society's in the shape that it's in right now is because men are enshackled. And like I said, the same thing's going to happen to the alphabet boys and girls, the LGBTQIA plus community. When those people get into power and they get into positions of power, they're going to be enshackled by the people, or in chains, shackled by the people that they deal with, because these people can turn around and get resources from them. And that's the whole issue now with this specific case, because it's like these people, as far as I know, may or may not wanted to have participated, but like you mentally, like Diddy didn't necessarily put you through that. You mentally put yourself through that trauma. You did not have to participate, but you seen how many zeros is in $1 billion, because he has more than 1 billion, or he had more than 1 billion. 1,000 is 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. No, wait, what? 100, yeah, 5 zeros is okay. So 1,000, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. So 1 million is 6 zeros. 1 billion is 90. You seen them 9 zeros and you said, I want a piece of that. So you let this ninja do whatever he wanted to you, and then you want us to feel bad for you. I'm not gonna say we don't feel bad for you. We understand that, hey, you had to go through some shit, but it's like, bruh, that's a bit much, bruh. Like, you did not have to put yourself through that, bruh. Past that, man, that's it for today's show. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section, bruh. Shit wild. That shit wild. That shit wild. I understand the fame, glory, and all that, but it's like, bruh, ninja, like, for example, if ninjas told me, right? If ninjas told me, I'm a guy though, so it's a bit different. But if ninjas told me, like, if a ninja with $1 billion said they would support my career, my music career, my streaming career, what else? Anything I want to do, give me a business that I'll solidify my family for years, whatever, right? Well, everybody got a price. I don't know. Hold up.
But what the hell?
But if Ninja said I had to get both my nipples pierced and leave them in, Ninja, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. If Ninja said I gotta take it up the booty, bro, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I'm not cut like that. I can't, bro. I can't. It's not my cup of tea. If Ninjas told me I had to engage in male butt, whatever, on camera. No, bro. There's no way, bro. There's just no way. Ninja told me I had to dress a certain way. Well, I mean, that's what rappers do, so I don't know. It's tough because I'm a rapper, so I'm sitting here like,
but what the hell, boy?
that I picked the right career choice. But yeah, bro, it's wild. Like I said, everybody got a price though. Y'all sit here and act like you ain't gonna. Everybody got a price, but I don't know. It's certain things I just can't do. I got my own morals and principles. With that being said, man, shout out to everybody that tuned in, bro. If you tuned in, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of Adam spread throughout the planet. We're going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines. We are human beings. Join the Adam Effect. Join the movement. This is the Adam Effect. Achieve things out of mind. I'm back in here tomorrow. Maybe later. Probably not later. I'm back in here tomorrow. I might drop some vids later, but I'm back in here tomorrow. Y'all know what it is, bro. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. Stay up. Stay dangerous. Love you guys. Take care. Deuces.